Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling.
We try to bring you high-quality educational and informational content every single day. Why do you think the price is having such an anemic time? The news story of the hour. Jump onto the chart. Is this the beginning of a massive financial unraveling? We got to add a little addendum to the show map today, so we start here on the daily. Now, we've been looking at the RSI on Bitcoin's daily chart for the last several days. It always has been, but it's been increasing over the last 50 years since the government. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about a drop that could be coming at any moment on Bitcoin. As you know, Bitcoin has been in a massive meteoric rally over the period of Q4 of 2023, but we have since entered into a corrective movement with a bottom as low as 40,000. Right now, we're trading at 40 and a quarter, but we need to see whether or not Bitcoin is going to be able to break some short-term resistance down on the hourly chart and continue its rally from here, or if it is indeed going to need to fall even farther to the downside. As we know, Bitcoin is moving into a very bullish season next year as a result of the Bitcoin BlackRock ETF more than likely being approved in January, at the latest in March. I do not see an approval being the greater, I do not see a denial being the greater likelihood. I give it at least a 60% likelihood that it will see an approval, and a pretty strong likelihood as well that many of the other ETFs will be approved at the same time with one pen stroke. But we've also got news with the effective federal funds rate having paused, and also with the halving on Bitcoin coming in, all creating this perfect storm, this perfect concoction of bullishness that Bitcoin, I do believe, is going to be able to ride all the way to all-time high and well beyond moving into 2024. Today, we're going to be talking about why a correction could still be around the corner as low as $38,000, and whether or not that correction is going to take place at all. If you're new here, my name is Jeb McAfee, otherwise known as Crypto Jeb. I've been doing cryptocurrency YouTube for over 6 years now, and I've managed to teach thousands and thousands of you guys the tricks of the trade here in the cryptocurrency space. I want you guys to be able to become profitable traders and investors through reading the language of technical analysis and adopting the philosophy of financial sovereignty, because if you do that, I do firmly believe that your life will, well, be better. I really do believe it's about that simple. If you adopt that skill set, TA, and other forms of analysis, work in cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency markets, and adopt the philosophies of financial sovereignty, I do believe that you will be much better off than if you hadn't done that. Quick little note here. Let's go ahead and read the names. We've got Carter Elzinga coming in first today. Satchet321, Alex Nybo in chat, Crypto Mini Bike, Joe Bollier, Jason Berry, Paul Torelli, Shadrach Frost, JS, Dolly Mama, not the Dalai Lama in chat. We got the Dolly Mama in chat. RJ's in chat. Richard Jacobson's in chat. Among the Crown 1977's in chat. Jason Berry, RK, Shadrach Frost, Zach Kejmar, Philly Skills 1428, Silva Dalla's in chat. Abhishek Kirupa, it's a cool name. Rocket Metal News, Lord of the Rings Theory. So let's pump it up, Jeb. There we go. Fury Inferno is in chat. Hey, Jeb, good morning. Happy trading. Thank you. Crypto Corey's in chat. Victor Sleeps, Harvester, Josh Denham, Alex Kaimana, missed you. Sorry about that. OMAC, Objectively Real Reality Objectively is in chat. And my computer's lagging a little bit. There we go. Mike Lowry's in chat. I do believe I got everybody. Queen's in chat. Viscosity is in chat. We've got some viscosity in chat. How viscous? How viscous? Did we fill the CME futures gap already? No, we have not. And that's why we were talking about a correction today. Mike Lowry is in chat, said hashtag FinSov. We're going to jump straight on into it. But before we do, I do want to let you guys know that today's episode of Coffee and Crypto is brought to you by none other than our very own Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Because, guys, CT2A has been teaching students for over half a decade how to invest, trade, and most importantly, technically analyze the cryptocurrency markets through a course of over 45 videos and over 10 hours of high-quality teaching. You are going to learn how to do technical analysis from myself. I've been doing technical analysis almost every single day on cryptocurrency markets for over half a decade now. I've been working in cryptocurrency for about half the length of Bitcoin's entire lifespan, and I've been doing technical analysis as the foundation of my work that entire time. And in CT2A, I'm going to teach you how to adopt the same technical analysis that I use every day in my work here in the cryptocurrency space. I have an incredible job of being able to work in the cryptocurrency space, work on my family's finances all day, work on my company's finances all day, help you guys with growing your finances in the cryptocurrency space all day. And in doing that, I have found that the most important skill set is technical analysis, and the most important philosophy is financial sovereignty. Be on the lookout in the next few years for more content on financial sovereignty. But right now, I want you guys to understand the skill set of technical analysis, because it is the foundational weapon that you're going to have in your arsenal to make the most of your trades and investments here in the cryptocurrency space. And right now, for limited time only, you can get access to CT2A for 20% off, either on a lifetime subscription or on an annual subscription with coupon code Christmas2023, or just by clicking the link in the description box down below. This will bring you to this exact webpage, and you can get a lifetime access to CT2A or an annual subscription to CT2A for 20% off if you sign up before the end of Christmas Day. That will not be extended. Sometimes I extend sales due to popular demand. That sale will not be extended. It is called Christmas 2023, so after Christmas is over, the sale is over. I will not be extending that. So you've got a few more days to get into that, but definitely don't miss out on it. Shadrach Frost said, good morning to everyone that has rolled in thus far. Hashtag Fensov, hashtag HODL. We love to see it. Maestro Parsnips said, good afternoon from Lancashire, England. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and jump on over to CoinMarketCap and get started here. Bitcoin trading at $42,500 right now, up 2.59% in the last 24 hours, up 2.49% in the last 7 days. We have rallied to a local high of around $43,000. If you've got your coffee, feel free to take your inaugural sip with me. Ethereum sitting at $2,193, up 1.41% on the day, down slightly in the last 7 days. We're seeing broadly a large corrective movement around the cryptocurrency space. And that cryptocurrency correction is one of the best things that has happened to cryptocurrency in months. And the reason for that is because things were starting to get out of hand. Bitcoin has gone through a massive rally, and it needed to cool off, and the altcoins did too. And with them cooling off and setting higher lows, that is the key part here. They are setting higher lows, and they are not continuing to drop. They are bottoming out. With that occurring, we are in far better position to invest in these altcoins because we have new lows that we can acquire at. We have new support being built on each and every single one of these charts right now that is going through a correction. Binance sitting at $251. You can see on the 7-day chart, had a relatively large correction down to around $235, setting new support there. XRP down about 2%. It's setting new support around 58 cents. Solana sitting support around $70. You've got Cardano sitting here at 58 cents. It is going to be back above $1 within the next 3 to 6 months, to be honest with you. Probably sooner than that, probably in January. Avalanche sitting at $40. Great entries on these altcoins, guys. Again, before we even get into our analysis, I want to run down for you my basic investment thesis for this bull market. It is quite simple. Was the crypto, and people get on to me because they're like, Jeb, that's too conservative. What about all the others? Well, there are others I'm interested in, but this is my basic thesis. I think your basic thesis in any investment should be a conservative one, and then you can stack riskier investments on top of those, but buy yourself the ability to be risky by first being responsible. Be responsible, then be risky, and you will be in a much better position. My basic investment thesis for this bull market is this. Was the altcoin in question around in 2020 and 2021's bull market, and did it set a considerable all-time high? That's number one. Number two, did it go through the bear market and survive? I.e., did the team disband? Did it stop development? Did it die? Was it still alive even if it was on life support because it was in the bear market and there wasn't a lot of funding? And three, has that altcoin now begun a new rally that will be able to go back to all-time high? Why? Because the fundamentals are either just as strong or stronger. And the overall, if you will, humor me here for a second, the overall sea level is rising. These altcoins are ships floating on the sea of cryptocurrencies. If the overall sea level is rising, they are stronger ships than ever before, then they are assets that I am willing to bet on because many of them will require at least a doubling to return to all-time high. Avalanche, for example, is sitting at $40 right now. Its all-time high is at $134. That is about a 2.5 times rally to get back to all-time high. So if its fundamentals are just as strong or stronger now, it survived the bull market, it survived the bear market, and this bull market is going to be bigger than the one prior, then does it not stand to reason that that altcoin will at least return back to all-time high, if not higher? Probably significantly higher on many of these projects, yes? If you see a chart like this, where there was a huge rally, massive crash, and a major rally going on right now, this is something that I am dollar cost averaging into. If you see a chart like this in the top 30, you can bet your bottom Satoshi that I've got something invested in it right now. Unless it's Bitcoin Cash or Litecoin or a stablecoin. Obviously, stablecoin shouldn't look like that. Same thing with XRP. XRP's been through 2 bear markets. Set considerable highs, up at $1.80. That's a tripling of its current level. If it even goes to that high, if it goes to its original high, which is very possible, it could 5 to 6x. Same thing with many of these other altcoins. Cardano, great example. We just made a video that got like 40,000 views on Cardano because of this topic. This Cardano right here, as you can see, all-time high. Here on CoinMarketCap, it listed as 296, but that's actually not the all-time high. The all-time high is $3.13. This rally shows us that Cardano is coming back into style, if you will. And if we get in now, people are like, oh, Jeb, you should have gotten in 3-4 months ago. Well, the investment thesis was not intact 3 or 4 months ago. We didn't see a bottom being in. We didn't see a major rally. We had the first 2 components, but not the third. The first component was we had this massive blow-off bull market rally. The market then went through a crash, and it survived through the bear market, but we had not seen the beginning of a new major confirmed uptrend. Right now is exactly the time that you want to start dollar cost averaging into this market. It would be a fool's errand not to. And this is such an important topic that I want hundreds of thousands of people to see. I think I'm going to actually wrap this whole concept up into a nice climate of crypto style video. Because to be honest with you, I think I would love if that video got 250,000 views. Not even for our sake, but just because I want at least 250,000 people to see this investment philosophy. It is simple. It's not betting on one little minor altcoin with no history, no track record. You don't know where it's coming from. It's got good promises, but it's got nothing to back it with. This is betting on assets that are what I would consider to be beginning to become blue chips in the cryptocurrency space. At the beginning of the last bull market, you basically had 3 of those. Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP. All 3 of them performed amazingly during the last bull market. Now, you've got like 30 of them because a bunch of them were around during the last bull market and they survived. That's the difference between our last bear market, and the one prior. The bear market prior wiped out everything. Everything that was around in 2016-17. Where's EOS, right? Okay, Tron survived. I'll give it to Tron. Where's Monero? Monero's still in the top 50, but it's not anywhere near as high as it was. Where's Dash, right? Where are those altcoins? Those fell out of favor. Many of these altcoins survived the bear market, and they're back, and they're still in favor. That is an incredible, incredible prospect to be investing in, because on average, that portfolio will probably bring at least 300 to 400% returns in the bull market, and that's without so much as lifting a finger. That's without learning how to trade. That's without learning how to do technical analysis. That's without, well, I take that back. You actually do need to know how to do technical analysis, because the way that we find out about those charts is through price action analysis, so I take that back. But it's without having to bet on one tiny little speculative altcoin and bet the farm on it. It is consistent, it is easy, and it's something that you can teach your grandmother to do, because you go on Coinbase and say, buy these 20 every Friday and make money. Simple, right? Well, I want to let you guys know about something else that's pretty simple. First and foremost is hitting that like button. We've got 400 people watching, but only 80 likes. Let's see if we can't pump that up. But another thing that's simple is the rationale of investing in your cybersecurity. Because here's the deal. You're going to make a lot of money in the bull market if you follow that investment thesis. I'm talking a lot of money. You put $10,000 in, you're probably going to make 30, 40, 50. That's not guaranteed. Obviously, I can't guarantee anything. I'm not trying to make that out to be a guarantee. But I do think it would happen. If you lose all of that to a hacker, then it was for nothing. Not only did you lose the gains, you also lost the principal. So you're not up $40,000, you're actually down $10,000 on that theoretical investment. The reason that we are sponsored by NordVPN, which is right here, is because I firmly believe that if you sign up for their 2-year plan, get 4 months free for limited time only with our code, using the link in the description box down below, do it risk-free with their 30-day money-back refund guarantee, you are going to be setting yourself up to be safer, massively safer, from hackers, malware, eavesdroppers, keyloggers, anybody trying to hack into your computer through public Wi-Fi, through any kind of attack, any kind of cyber attack. NordVPN is going to make you safer so that you are significantly reducing your risk of being hacked and having private keys stolen, having login credentials stolen so people can get into your Coinbase or get into your Binance or get into your Exodus wallet or figure out the seed phrase to some of your keys that maybe you accidentally left on your computer a long time, whatever it may be. You want to invest I think it's $4 and change a month if you get the 2-year plan with NordVPN to protect yourself. It is a no-brainer to spend, what is it, a little over $100, I think it's a little less than $100 for a yearly plan, a little over $100 for a 2-year plan for NordVPN if you use our link, and protect yourself for that time from losing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and a huge amount of headache to hackers and malware. So make sure you sign up for NordVPN with the link in the description box down below if you have not already. I think that it is an important part of your security architecture here in the cryptocurrency space. Let's jump onto some charts and do some technical analysis. Yesterday, Bitcoin went through a major rally, and it was kind of funny because I shot yesterday's afternoon video earlier on in the day, and I was talking about a potential correction, and my phone would not upload the video for the life of me. So this video went out like 4 hours late. But in that time, Bitcoin went through a major rally. And so a lot of people were kind of mocking me in the comments. They're like, aha, Jeb, you're talking about a drop on Bitcoin happening when the market's still rallying. And, you know, I think I kind of got the last laugh because Bitcoin did what I kind of thought it would do, and it double topped at 43.5, and now we're in a correction. Yes, we did break this downtrending level of resistance that we brought into the picture yesterday, but we've not been able to break above 43.5, and not much has really changed out on the daily chart. Bitcoin is still setting lower highs on the daily chart, and it still is in this position where MACD is moving to the downside, RSI is moving to the downside, and we still have this support beneath us. We have not re-entered into a new bullish uptrend. What I will say is encouraging is that a couple of days ago, we had a red, green, red formation. For any of you guys who have gone through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, there's a video down here on how to read Introduction to Candlestick Analysis right here. We talk a lot about candlesticks. If you watch this video on Introduction to Candlestick Analysis, I do believe that one of the candlestick analysis forms that we talk about is a red, green, red, and a green, red, green. Say that 5 times fast. Green, red, green, red, green, red. There you go. We have a red, green, red, red, green, red. I came up with that word. I know. It is a absolutely just, it's just an incredible name. I'm sorry. I'm about as good at naming things as an astrophysicist, which I was going to be one, so I guess that makes sense. But that is typically a bearish formation. Typically, it would mean that Bitcoin was going to break through the support. We didn't do that. We did put in a green candlestick, so that is nice. We have bullish engulfing candlestick formation, and we bounced off of the 20 daily exponential moving average. My concern is that we are still continuing to move towards the 20 daily exponential moving average. The 20 daily exponential moving average is continuing to move up, which means that it is getting harder to maintain. We are also still above a lot of support, but we've not really seen a confirmed reversal. We do have some early signs that a reversal could be happening, and so we want to pay attention to that. Those signs are as follows. We have MACD histogram starting to trend up, and we have a slight uptrend on the RSI. Not massive, but a slight uptrend on the RSI. These are preliminary indications that something bullish could be going on. On the Lux Algo technical indicator, we can also see that Bitcoin is bottoming out here around the trend catcher. If you guys are not familiar with Lux Algo, it has been one of our consistent sponsors and affiliates on the channel for over 3 years now. I am absolutely in love with this indicator, and it does such a good job of sharing with us where Bitcoin is going to go next. If I were to recommend one technical indicator to you, it would be Lux Algo. You can find the link in the description box down below and get 30% off with our code and with our link and everything. But Lux Algo's sell signal right here gives us a take profit down here around 36 to 38.8. The issue with that, however, is that this Lux Algo sell signal has not been confirmed yet. And that's kind of been my point for the last 2 or 3 days. Bitcoin's been in this corrective movement, but it hasn't been a very large corrective movement. So it actually hasn't led to a lot of the confirmed bearish indicators that we have seen. This sell signal is not confirmed yet. We do not have trend catcher red, which means that we're not actually taking this take profit into account yet. But here's the concerning factor. Here's the dilemma. The market is moving down into the 20 EMA. Back here in November, we were moving up and away from the 20 EMA, and then we would periodically fall back and back test it, but we were continuing to trend up. That trend has reversed now, and there's a general downtrend over the last week and a half. If Bitcoin breaks through the 20 daily exponential moving average, then these take profits will come into play. And if you will remember, we've been talking about a $3,000 drop on Bitcoin, which at this point it would be a bigger drop than that, down to where? About $38,000 as our floor. Why 38K? Multiple reasons. $38,000 here is our level. We just go ahead and remove Lux Algo for a moment. $38,000 is our local resistance here with all of these highs. All of these highs are right there around 38K, and that's going to show up very clearly on the VRVP, the volume range visible range volume profile. You can see the VRVP absolutely explodes up here at $38,000 because there's a ton of trading right below 38K. 38K was the level that Bitcoin was attempting to breach for nearly a month. And so once we broke that, we rallied so quickly that we didn't build much VRVP support. In essence, VRVP has almost nothing to give Bitcoin between 38 and 40. Although, luckily, we do have some other support in the form of an uptrend, in the form of the 20D EMA, in the form of this Fibonacci golden pocket from our all-time high run. I know this chart might be a little bit hard to read. Let's see if there's any lines that I can move here. But not really. All of these are relatively important. So we do have strong support down to $38,000. Should Bitcoin go through a correction, I don't see us going below $38,000. But at the moment, unless Bitcoin is able to confidently break above 43.5, where it rejected yesterday, then I have to remain in the camp of I'm technically bullish because the overall daily chart uptrend is still bullish. Lux Algo was not confirmed red. We've not broken below the resistance, but I have to remain, and I am forced to remain in this state of consideration that a major correction on Bitcoin is around the corner and being prepared for that. How am I preparing for that? Well, I am still working on seeding my altcoin investment portfolio. I am dollar cost averaging, but I'm also putting more in than I plan to. So a lot of times I've been putting in double the investments every single week into that. And so what are some of the strategies that I'm looking at here? Well, if Bitcoin does drop down to 38, you're probably going to see Cardano drop down to 50 cents. You might see Solana drop down to 60 cents. Sorry, $60. 60 cents on Solana would be crazy. I'd definitely buy some of there. You might see Ethereum drop down to 2,000. If these events occur, then that would be a position that I would be heavily considering putting a lump sum of investment in, because I don't believe that Bitcoin is going to confidently break below $38,000, at least right now. Not with what is going on in the sentiment around the ETF, especially. I mean, you look at CoinMarketCap, and what's the first thing you see? It shows it right here. Bitwise releases spot Bitcoin ETF commercial. Why would Bitwise be doing their own ETF commercial if they didn't think that they were actually going to get an approval? Right? There's so many different. You can see it right here. If you guys want to go watch this on your own, you can. I don't know if I might get like some kind of copyright issue if I bring that up, but if you want to go watch it, you can. The fact of the matter is, if Bitcoin does drop, 38K is the level we're going to, and right now the bears seem to be marginally in control. It's how should I put this? It's not so much that the bears seem to be in control because they are the stronger faction. It seems to be that the bears are the ones that are in control right now because the bulls are taking a break. Does that make sense? It's not so much that the bears have gotten massively stronger. It's more so that the bulls have lost a good degree of their strength because they are taking a breather. Something that us bulls are not very used to doing. Let's read some chat here, and we will continue to talk about whether or not that drop is going to occur. I do appreciate all of you for tuning in. If you are enjoying today's stream, make sure to hit that like button. We've got 560 people watching live, only about 131 likes. I do believe we can get to over 250 likes in the next couple of minutes. If you are enjoying today's content, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not, that's what the dislike button's for. It's still engagement. I do appreciate you letting me know how you're feeling. Shadrach Frost said, #CT2A, investing in your own education is the best kind of investment that you can make. Highly encouraged. When I launched CT2A, I was trying to think to myself, this is a good product. How do I sell it? How do I convince people that they ought to buy this? Because I believe that it's good, but how do I share with other people that it's good? And I came up with that tagline. The best investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself. And I came up with that because I genuinely was not trying to just sell it to make a ton of money. I was genuinely trying to help people, and I genuinely believed that investment in your education was the best investment you'll ever make. It's that simple. It's just, that's been the tagline forever. And it worked, and it is proven true to me over and over and over again. That's always ringing in my head about investing in my education, right? I'm always trying to learn and grow more in something. Like in the skit that we did for NordVPN for the sponsorship on Cardano's video, I was like, I've never done a skit before. Let me put my Because they're like, we like our ads to be fun because we want people to enjoy our product, right? And I thought that was cool. They want people to enjoy the ads. They don't want people to go, oh, NordVPN ad, right? So they're like, hey, try and make it fun. So I said, all right, let's try it. And so we're always learning more. Very important to always be learning and growing. Because if you're not learning and growing and moving forward, then you are by default moving backwards. All right. BitGet mooning. Yeah, let's see. Let's look at that. It sure is, isn't it? How about that? What rank is it now? Rank number 100 or rank number 68. Wow. Yeah, BitGet's token is doing very well. Cool. That might be one I'd be interested in picking up, actually. I think I'm going to look into that. BitGet has really been kind of pulling ahead with the exchanges. If you go over here to Spot, I believe it's a Spot. Where is BitGet? Here it is, number 10. Not bad. Not bad. Doing pretty well. Speaking of exchanges, let's see how Apex is doing. You guys know we love Apex. Apex is right here. Apex doing pretty well. Got a lot of volume right now. Good deal. All right, let's continue reading chat here, and then we'll keep it moving. Bull City Sports Car said, good morning, all. Good morning to you as well. Diane11CA said, hello, Jeb and all. Hi. Cryptopher is in chat, said, hello, all. Hello. Let's see. Up, down. Let's see. Let's see. Gatorbite said, chilly here in Cape Canaveral. Hello, Jeb. Good morning. Good morning. I've been to Cape Canaveral before. We went there last Father's Day. Cyber Noob said, Apex is a good exchange. Apex is a great exchange, a good exchange. It is a good exchange, I do believe. If you guys are interested, you can sign up down below. Let's see. All right, let's continue here on Bitcoin. What is the actual likelihood that we are going to see that drop down to $38,000, though? Because we've talked about how it is possible. We've talked about how that is the level that we could go to. But is that the level that we shall go to? That is the big question mark on the table right now. I do believe that more likely than not, Bitcoin is going to have at least a back test down to this uptrending level of support. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves and start saying that we're going to go all the way down to 38K when we haven't had confirmation. And we also have the MACD coming in bullish. And so I am hesitant to give you a ton of confidence that we're going to drop that far. For us to drop all the way down to $38,000, something would have to shift on the MACD, because for 2 days now, the MACD has been turning bullish. RSI has managed to be bullish as well. And we actually do have a good degree of bullish bullish RSI divergence. You can see lower lows here on RSI, higher lows on the price action. So that is encouraging. My main point is not that I necessarily think we're going to go down to $38,000. It's more so to warn you that it is a strong possibility. Should Bitcoin fall back down here to this uptrending level of support, come up and back to test 43.5 again, and we do a triple top up there, if we were able to kind of flag out for a little while and test it a few more times, then we would probably break it around Christmas. I'm going to leave this drawing on the chart because this is actually what I am more leaning in the direction of. That being said, if we do break this uptrending level of support, and if we do break below the 20 daily exponential moving average, then the CME futures gap still remains immediately beneath us down at 38.5. You can see right here, or down around 39.2, excuse me. And that is a level that we would very likely go back and fill. So we want to keep that in the back of our mind. 39.2 is the bottom of the CME gap. 38 is the very top of that huge bulwark of support. So 38 to 39.2 would be my price target if, and just like all analysis, it's in the form of a Boolean statement, if Bitcoin breaks below this uptrending level of support. Should Bitcoin break below that uptrending level of support, break below the 20 daily exponential moving average, it will probably drop all the way down to 39.2, which is the bottom of the Fibonacci Golden Pocket. Also happens to be the bottom of the CME futures gap, or as far as 38. So again, if we break below this uptrend, I'm expecting a drop down to 39.2, down to 38,000. That is my prediction, and I am looking forward to seeing what happens on Bitcoin. If we continue to rally here, then great. We will probably still be in a state of correction come Friday when my dollar cost averaging kicks in, and so I'll be happy to get a lower entry on several of my favorite altcoins. But if we do go through a much larger drop, then I'll get an even better entry on them. This is not a kind of correction that is the end of the rally. This is not the kind of correction that means we're not going to all-time high. This is the kind of correction that allows you to load up your bags, so it is not something that I am concerned about even in the slightest. Looking at some of our other favorite charts here. Ethereum, we had a year-end price target of $2,500. It almost got there. It got to $2,400. Didn't quite make it. But the good news is Ethereum is a good bit behind Bitcoin in the growth. Bitcoin has really taken the reins, whereas Ethereum needs to considerably more than double. Needs to double from the high that it reached recently, but it needs to go through 123% rally to get to all-time high. Bitcoin only needs to go through roughly a 55% rally. That does mean that Ethereum is in a prime position to be entering into some kind of investment. Now, Ethereum has also found resistance on this uptrending level of resistance. It's also finding support here at 2140, which is this support level right here that has been oh so critical. That means to me that Ethereum is in a pretty solid buying opportunity because there is a lot of room to go. At the same time, if we break above this uptrending level of support, that might, with confidence, not like we did here where we kind of broke above for a couple of days, but with confidence, we're up there for a couple of weeks, that might be a good time to kind of double down and get some more ETH. Right now, I have quite a bit of Ethereum, but if we stay down here around the low 2000s, I may end up accumulating even more. It is a relatively risk-free asset. It's not risk-free, but it's much less risky than some of the other altcoins. Solana is sitting right here at the golden pocket. This is something that I want you to keep in mind. Solana sitting right here at the golden pocket, continuing to trade up. It's going to need a correction at some point, but it's a little bit too difficult to tell exactly when that's going to happen to start adjusting our strategy right now. I'm continuing to purchase Solana every single Friday, whether it's a high entry or whether it's a low entry. Don't really care because I believe Solana is going to go back to at least $250 or higher, so long as some of those blockchain and network fundamentals that we've been concerned about for a few years don't crop up. We are certainly hoping that that doesn't happen. If that doesn't happen, then Solana is going to probably quadruple, at least in the bull market. Cardano. We have had quite a lot of analysis done on Cardano. We love Cardano. It's sitting right here below this uptrending level of resistance. Quite excited about that. We're quite excited about the rally, but we're also quite excited about the pause and the ability to flag out here, building structure around 58 cents. 58 cents is a Fibonacci level at the 0.382 level. And it is also a Fibonacci. It is also a level here that's set on this high. So 58 to 60 cents is a pretty critical level. Cardano flagging out here. We definitely could go through a larger correction, as we talked about in Thursday's Climate of Crypto episode, before we go through a major rally. But based on all of the current architecture of the market, which again, go back and watch that video if you haven't already. You'll see what I'm talking about. I do believe that Cardano is going to be able to go through a major rally moving on into the beginning of next year. An all-time high run is very much in the cards. Chainlink. I'm doing my best to keep you guys up to date on all of these charts. I want to do a better job about that, but I am going to try and start keeping up to date on all of these different charts for you guys. Huge inverse head and shoulders pattern forming here. Looks a little bit like some kind of like in like the cartoon movies where they have like the monster or whatever, it looks like the monster's teeth down here. That's kind of the grinding zone. The chain link grinded sideways here for 2 years. It's come out of that. It's sitting up here above $14. That's great because that is our bull market structure level of support from the last bull market. Chainlink, incredible investment position. All-time high run would take a 250% rally. Chainlink will probably go higher. Fundamentals are stronger than ever. Very excited to see that. Binance, sitting at 250. It's still very low. It is barely rallied in the bull market at all. Still needs to go 180% to get back to all-time high, relatively risk-free. And if you're worried about Binance, then don't, because it's still got leaps and bounds more trading volume than the rest of its competitors combined. I mean, this exchange is enormous. Look at this. $14 billion of trading volume. You've got to go and add up the 10 following exchanges trading volume to even come close to Binance. Just for fun, let's go ahead and do that. Let's add up the number 2 through number 11. Coinbase, 2 billion. Kraken, 1 billion. KuCoin, call it 1 billion. Bybit, 2.4 billion. Wow, Bybit's doing good. OKX, 2.4 billion. Bitstamp, 0.2 billion. Gate.io, 1.4 billion. Bitfinex, 0.2 billion. Good Lord, what happened to Bitfinex's trading volume? BitGet, 0.75 billion. Crypto.com, 1.1 billion. All of those together come to be $12.45 billion in trading volume. Binance has more trading volume in the last 24 hours than the 10 following exchanges combined. And might I add that the SEC is not going after the Binance Smart Chain anyway. They're going after Binance, the exchange. Now, I take that back. They are to some degree going after the Binance Smart Chain, but they're more so going after the exchange and after Changpeng Zhao, which Changpeng Zhao has stepped down now. And of course, we now have the new CEO. So Binance, I do believe, is an undervalued pick. And I haven't picked any up yet, and that's to my own chagrin. I do intend to. I want to go over on Binance and get some because I do think it's a pretty solid investment right now. And unlike the rest of the altcoins, it is really not entered into this massive uptrend just yet, which does mean it technically hasn't met my third qualification for investing in some of these altcoins yet, where had a massive bull market, survived the bear market with good fundamentals, and came out the other side. Hasn't quite done that because the fundamentals are a little rocky because of the lawsuits and everything. It has not entered into a major rally like Cardano and Avalanche and Solana and many of these others have. But I am willing to go out on a limb and say I don't think a $14 billion trading volume exchange is going to disappear overnight, and I think Binance Smart Chain has too much on it to fail. So I'm willing to put some in a preliminary sense than I would otherwise, especially considering Binance's past, where it just kind of doubled. It just not doubled. It just kind of moonshot. It just went from $40 to $700 in 90 days. In 90 days, Binance Smart Chain added, good God Almighty, what? $40 billion in volume? Almost $100 billion in market capitalization just appeared almost overnight, just like that. So Binance is what I'm probably going to add. Don Juan Ponce de Leon. No, I'm just kidding. Don Juan is in chat. Donated 1,000 CLP. What currency is CLP? Chilean peso. Man, I'll add that to my collection. That's cool. Donated 1,000 Chilean peso. Thank you very much. Said, can you see Rune on daily and weekly, please? Sure, I'd love to. Bitcoin Trinity said, what's going on? Hello there. Everyone says BlackRock bent the knee as if it was. Bent the knee as if it was to what? Not sure what you're talking about there. Let's see. Binance will go down when CZ goes to prison, Jeb. I don't think so. CZ was not terribly involved. He was not very closely involved with Binance Smart Chain anyway. I think Binance is going to be okay. I'm not going to put a huge amount of investment in it until I see some of the stuff clear up from the fundamental standpoint, and I'm not going to put a ton of investment in it until it starts a larger rally, but I do think it's going to perform. Don Juan is in chat. He said, can we look at Rune? We can look at Rune. Sure. Why not? I'm not familiar with Rune. Rune. Duh, Thorchain. I'm sorry. Yes, I am familiar with Rune. Right. Derp. Yes, Thorchain is one that I've been considering anyway. I'm glad you brought this up because I wanted to look at it myself. Thorchain went to $20 for all-time high last bull market. It is currently sitting at $5, number 41 on CoinMarketCap. It's gone through a major rally. So far, this chart meets my criteria. There are some parts of my criteria that have to be looked at from a fundamental standpoint, and I still need to do my research on Thor specifically. But from a charting standpoint, this meets my criteria perfectly. We have a massive all-time high last bull market, massive blow off top. We went into the bear market, survived the bear market. Price dropped dramatically, just like most altcoins did. And then we have started a major rally moving into the bull market. We're sitting at $5 right now. Again, I personally need to do some more research on the fundamental side of things, see how they're doing on that side. You guys can tell me what you think about that in the chat if you would like. But from what I can see on the chart, I'm quite happy with it, and I would definitely consider picking some up. Over on Binance, probably. Anyway, if we look at Thor, Rune, over here, we can see, let's see, we're on the logarithm chart, downtrending level of resistance right there we're currently running into, so that's probably why Thor stopped right there. Lux Algo is obviously going to be ridiculously bullish out here on the weekly chart. Daily chart, buy signal on Lux Algo gave us a buy signal here, gave us a take profit between 6.9 to 7.4. Lux Algo hit that perfectly, so Lux Algo nailed it with Thorchain. If you guys have not already gotten Lux Algo, you absolutely should. I'm always seeing more and more reasons why we should do that. It is currently flagging out in a ascending megaphone formation is the technical term here. These are interesting formations because a lot of times they do indicate that there is a continuation of the previous trend, and the reason for that is because we are seeing, one, the general midline is an uptrend, as you can see right here, but at the same time, the volatility is expanding, which means generally that there's more money flowing into the space. And if there's more money flowing into the space, a lot of times that is a bullish factor. So an ascending megaphone formation here on Thorchain, that is encouraging. Definitely one I would be interested in beginning to dollar cost average into. You might look at this chart and say, well, Jeb, you missed the boat. What the heck? It's already gone through this massive run. Yes, but after I do my fundamental analysis on it and I find if I find that it is doing very well fundamentally and is continuing its development, then it's only a drop in the bucket of where it went. And if it's doing better fundamentally than it did then shouldn't the intrinsic value be higher than it was? And if so, then shouldn't the price go to that level that would be higher than it was? And if so, then wouldn't that then necessitate an argument to invest? Yes. So I will do more analysis on it and more research on it. I want to do that on many altcoins, and you got to realize I have a lot going on. I have a big family at this point, and I also have a lot of work I'm putting into the YouTube channel. So I'm trying to fit my fundamental analysis in where I can. But I am pretty confident in the investments that I already have, and I think that Thor probably will do pretty well. So I will look into that some more and tell you what I think. Wow. Shadrach Frost just gifted 5 CryptoJeb memberships. Whoa! Thank you so much, Shadrach Frost. That is awesome. I didn't even know you could do that. That's a thing? Thank you. Shadrach Frost gifted a membership to Queen, gifted a membership to Vintage Excellence, to Bitcoin Trini, Joe Bollier, and Thomas Post. All deserving. All deserving people. They all deserve it. And you know what? On that note, that's awesome that you did that. That's awesome that you did that, Shadrach Frost, because on that note, I actually want to let you guys know that I've been planning on setting up working on the membership program. It's been about 2 years since we've done much with the membership program, and many of you guys have stayed in the membership program, which has been very nice, so I appreciate that. But I'm working on some benefits for you guys, and I do believe that the first one is going to be that I'm going to, and I'm not going to commit to this yet, just so you know, this is not a commitment, this is just in the current state of an idea. But my plan is to put the videos up 2 hours before for members only, and then when they go up at 2 p.m. Eastern, it'll be available to the public. So you guys should be able to see videos 2 hours early. That's the goal. I can't promise anything, but I want to do that at least with Climate of Crypto, because Climate of Crypto is produced at least the day before it goes live, so that should be able to happen. I'd like to put some more benefits in there for you members, but I am trying to make sure that the upload schedule and the production cycle and everything is set up in a way that the videos can be done, exported, uploaded, ready to go 2 hours early, and that way you members would be able to get that early. So we'll look at that. On your altcoin analysis regarding all-time highs, you're forgetting increasing circulating supply and max supplies. That is true. That is true that we need to consider that. That's right. Rafael Anwar said, Jeb, answer me. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Jeb, can you see Quant on daily and weekly, please? Okay, so your chat actually did go through this time. I will look at that here for just a moment. Live Dash has said, me also want membership, please. Thank you so much, Shadrach Frost. How does that work? Does it... I'm confused. Like, okay. That's so interesting. I didn't know that you could do that, but it's been so long since I've seen that. That's really cool. That's very cool of you. That's a very good way to share some Christmas cheer here. That's awesome. All right. I'm so happy now I'll buy more Bitcoin. There you go. Quant. Let's look at Quant, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it out, and I'm going to have to get going here. Quant on CoinMarketCap is so here's the chart. Quant has not yet begun its new massive bull market rally. Had a huge all-time high, $400. You know, that was about a $5 billion all-time high. And we're currently seeing it at $100. If this market can dogleg to the upside, then I would be much more interested in buying it. I'm not currently that interested in buying it just because I want to see a bit more of a rally. And I also want to do some more research on the fundamentals. If you look over here on the chart, there is technically an uptrend that has been going on from around $84 all the way up to a local high of 120. So that's something. But I'd really like to see Quant pushing a little bit higher, up to maybe like 150, maybe 200, seeing just kind of that dog leg. And again, a good example of what I'm talking about is, for example, Cardano's chart. Look at Cardano here. Major rally, breaking some local highs in its recent past. Kind of similar thing with Ethereum, breaking some local highs in its past. Similar thing with Solana here, breaking major local highs in its past. Looking for charts like that for the kind of conservative investment strategy that we're talking about. Now, at the same time, there are obviously things that are less conservative that I'm interested in investing in, and Quant might be one of them. So I will attempt to go and do some more research on Quant and see if it fits the bill. Now, Justin Eubank said, yo, good morning. Good morning. Queen's in chat. YouTube picks members randomly. Oh, it does? Oh, that's cool. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Shadrach Frost. Went to some very deserving people. Went to some regulars that were very deserving. Shout out to Thomas Post. I don't even know if he's chatted today, but I know he's in chat apparently because he just got the membership. So shout out to Thomas Post, longtime fan of the channel. Did Thomas Post chat today? I don't think he did, but he did get a membership. So he's in chat. He's lurking. We got to pull him out. Thomas Post, we got to see you. All right. Guys, I am going to have to wrap it out. If you did enjoy today's stream, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to sign up for NordVPN and protect yourself online from hackers and malware and eavesdroppers and keyloggers and all this different phishing email, all this nonsense that is going to try and ruin your day. It's going to try. These people are going to try and steal your money. I mean, even on our YouTube videos, I can't do anything about it, but you've got fake Charles Hoskinsons trying to convince you to send them Cardano. It's nonsense. So please make sure that you sign up for NordVPN today. Protect yourself online. Get it with 4 months free and a 30-day money-back refund guarantee with a link in the description box down below. And don't forget to go sign up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy for 20% off through the end of Christmas Day and start learning technical analysis right now so you can apply it the same way we do every single day on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency charts. I do believe that technical analysis is one of the most important foundational skill sets that you will ever develop in the cryptocurrency space, and it will help you to make a lot of money moving on into the year of 2024 and 2025. As I said, that's going to do it for today. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.